He yields back and now recognize the chair of the full committee, Ms. McMorris Rodgers, for her 5-minute opening statement.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We should all be proud that America is the leader in clean renewable energy. We've done more to lift people out of poverty. We've done more to reduce carbon emissions than any other country in the world, and we've done it through American innovation and technology. It's not China. China continues to build 2 coal-fired plants every week. That's not the future that I want in the United States of America. We should all be able to agree that our country must have a stable, secure supply chain, though. It is a matter of national security. We've seen the consequences of over-reliance on supply chains from adversaries. It's playing out in Europe, where Putin has weaponized Russia's control over the continent's natural gas supply. That is our future if we continue to cede our energy and supply chain security to China. That's not the future I want, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, President Biden's Rush to Green agenda puts China more firmly in control of our energy supply. This weakens American energy and national security and wastes American taxpayer dollars, which should be going to supporting more American jobs and innovation. Beginning in March of this year, we requested that federal agencies, including the Department of Energy, provide monthly accounting of the funds they received under these major spending bills last Congress, the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act and the Inflation Reduction Act. To date, we've received 1 response from Department of Energy, and it was incomplete. That's unacceptable. We are the Oversight Committee, and we are the elected representatives of the people. Furthermore, on March 29th of this year, this subcommittee convened a hearing with 3 inspectors general to discuss the risk associated with the Biden administration massive spending spree. According to the Energy Department's Inspector General, Department of Energy received $128 billion in authorizations and appropriations and an estimated loan authority of more than $350 billion. And this is the IG also testified that under the IIJA, the IRA, $83.6 billion will be going into 71 new programs at the department. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you heard that right. 71 new programs. To understand how massive this spending plan is, it's helpful to point out that Department of Energy's fiscal year 22 budget was $44.3 billion. What I found most concerning is that the Inspector General warned that new programs pushing money through untested processes and newly implemented internal controls are especially vulnerable. According to the department's estimates, Energy Department's estimates, the Office of Manufacturing and Energy Supply Chains, which has only existed since February 22, will administer $12 billion portfolio of projects under the IIJA and the IRA. I have serious concerns about a brand new office having the procedures and the staff in place to distribute such a gigantic sum in a responsible way. And these concerns have only intensified in recent months. Under one of the programs, the Battery Manufacturing and Recycling Grants Program, the department announced it had selected Microvast to receive $200 million. We now know Microvast performs the bulk of its battery production in China, according to the company's own SEC filings, and I quote, "The PRC government exerts substantial influence over the manner in which we must conduct our business activities and may intervene at any time and with no notice," end of quote. It's deeply troubling that a grant for hundreds of millions of American hard-earned taxpayer dollars was approved for a company like Microvast. And so that is why last December, Chair Griffith and I wrote to the Secretary of Energy, Jennifer Granholm, and requested more information on this grant, as well as the procedures and the processes that led to the selection of Microvast. While it's true that the department recently decided not to move forward with the Microvast grant, it remains unclear how the grant was approved in the first place. Time and again, we've requested information and testimony on how this has happened, and then time and again, the department has failed to be accountable and transparent. This lack of transparency undermines the public's trust and raises doubts as to whether or not we are safeguarding taxpayer dollars. Americans deserve to know what the department is doing to screen applicants, scrutinize their foreign ties, and keep funding that is supposedly supporting domestic industry from enriching our global adversaries. We must have transparency, and we must be assured that these taxpayer dollars are not being funneled to the Chinese. We're going to continue our work to demand transparency and accountability on this. Since day one, my colleagues and I have led to celebrate American innovation and energy dominance, and we're continuing that efforts today. This is just another step in that goal. Mr. Howell, I appreciate you being with us here today. I look forward to hearing more about the new program office. I yield back.
Gentlelady yields back. Now recognize the ranking member of the full committee, Mr.